Everyone, and welcome to Sunday Murktide, actual Murktide. Sometimes it's hard to do the weekly Murktide videos because, well, the deck is just not as good anymore as it used to be. But today we have a new card, Washington. It's a bird spirit, and I've played this card already in Blue Black and Jeskai. You can see them in the previous videos. And in Jeskai it was bad, but in Blue Black was very good, which made me think, let's just bring back Blue Red Murktide, because if it was pretty good in Blue Black, then it's probably going to be also very good here. This deck plays even a better role in like flashing a threat. And honestly, at first, I thought that this card was just a 2-drop, but it's not. The game actually goes long and does escalate pretty well. For 4 mana, it's a 3/3 flyer that draws a card. It's decent and so on. And of course, response to a fetch land is very good and everything, but that actually never came up. As in, my opponent always played very well around it. Not just because I'm playing sometimes face up or anything, but it's just a card that people can't play around it. You don't have to fetch end of turn. You can fetch in your turn and stuff like that. So this is definitely a card that will kind of shape out how modern will be. I think it's a good card. I think it's a good card. Rest of the deck is pretty straightforward. 2023 Blue-Red Murktide. Not that many new cards. You have Consign to Memory. That's like the only addition. I guess Meltdown and Obsidian Charm, but I guess Obsidian Charm isn't MH3. But you get what I mean. This deck is a pretty obsolete deck at this point in the modern meta game. But still, every time I play it, I have a blast. So very happy to play this deck on the threshold of my journey to Brussels. Not Brussels. Well, I'm traveling to Brussels, but the tournament is in Antwerp, of course. The original championship, although as this video gets published, it'll be Sunday, and you can probably watch me doing commentary right now, since I'll be doing commentary of that tournament. This video gets posted at 6 p.m. on Sunday, so yeah, it is. It is still live, so you can pause this video and watch me over the commentary. Okay, yeah, this list is, I don't want to say straightforward, but not that many different changes. This has been what's going on for a long time in Blue Red World. You got 3 bolts, 4 heat. You need the annually heat to kill the Quantum Riddler, and yeah, just a couple of Murktide. There's definitely reasons for you to play Quantum Riddler over Murktide, but this is Sunday Murktide. Let's play Murktide. Let me cancel and restart. Not finding any opponents weird, but I guess, as always, streaming in the early morning in Europe gets less players because most Magical M players come from the United States, where I was last week, so still feeling jet lagged. Well, I say last week, it was like 2 days ago. And I woke up at 6 a.m. this morning. Did a lot of deck building for the trip, and now ready to stream. Okay, let's go. On the draw. 1 land and a dream. That's a keep for me. Goes on the play, even better. But I'm not mulliganing a turn 1 Ragavan. Okay, Eldrazi Temple. Eldrazi Temple. Okay, the Ragavan connects. Unfortunately, I did not draw a land. I do have a Consign to Memory up. Fortunately, Tupis Pro only goes on Forest. Yeah, just playing Dragon's Rage Channeler and passing the turn with my consign up. Washington has been drawn. So Emika's Pawn would be very annoying because it creates both like two annoying triggers. Okay, opponent not doing much. And I can't draw a second land, unfortunately. Could have gone Washington to draw a card, but I just want to rank up some treasure token. Is this a... Yeah. Also, it's made me think about Kozilek's return as well. If I played Washington, it'd be bad. That's a land. That's very nice. The problem, though, and that's a very big problem, is that my opponent will be able to go 7 drop and flash back that Kozilek's return. Good morning, Wartap. We're playing the fun version of Merc. Yeah, I mean, yesterday we played Blue Black. Still fun. So with my opponent at 10, and with having a fetch land on top of my deck, what can I do? Honestly, they have Oogie and I lose. What do I not lose to? I lose to almost everything, I think. I think I'm gonna pass. Maybe I draw a card off of Washington. Is this a... So we make a spawn kicked. Okay, well, at least we don't lose our board. Let's look at the bright side. There's a fetch on top of my deck, so I'll draw that. I don't need to play an Elite end of turn. Using treasures to play instant, it's usually a play that it's a very bad play. A lot of players do it. When you do it, think of me judging you. When you play a snuff out end of turn, when you suck a treasure to play an instant, just think of me being disappointed. I could have played Washington there to draw a card. I don't think it's time though. Maybe I should have. Draw. Scalindarn. I knew this was on top. Washington. Yeah, this is what's his card name? Let's go Steam Vents. Let's go for a Dragon's Ray Channeler. And let's go for an Annoy Heat. Putting my opponent at 5, hopefully. I mean, hopefully, because I want to get Delirium. Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt è buona. But I do not have Delirium. So I think I have to graveyard this. Okay. I still don't have Delirium. So let's try and get that. Okay, I found Delirium. But at what cost? Pretty expensive cost. If I had found Delirium before, I could have attacked for 5 and played Murktide as a 6/6 to play around this Kozilek's return. The game is still not over yet, unless they play Ugin, then it is over. Washington, D.R.C., the capital of the new capital of America. Let's see. Malevolent Rumble. Okay. They find Emrakulo. Do they have enough mana for Emrakulo? Maybe. 4, 3, 7, 8. I don't think so. 13 is a lot. They chose Ghost Quarter. Wow. I think they could have casted it, though, if they just took Emrakul. Because they have 6 types in the graveyard, and they have 8 mana. Like, they go Emrakul, kill my board. I think they have another Emrakul in end. They must. Okay. Yeah, the game is over. I mean, if I... Yeah, the game is over. Let's go up to 4 Consent to Memory and 4 Obsidian Charmos. Spell Snare is bad. Actually, maybe it's not that bad. Let me take out Unholy Heat. Hmm. Do I take out Washington? Nah, let's hold it in. Do I take out Murktide? Yeah, maybe it's Murktide. Yeah. Hmm. I keep, but not a very good hand. Is that the President George Washington indeed? Bon dia. You took a Sprawl. Let's go for a Survey Land. DRC. I'll leave this on top. I'm not gonna play it now, but I can play it on turn 3. And that's definitely the strength of that Eldrazi list, is that it's not as weak to Charmaw as the Tron lands. Our hand is full of cards that their deck is designed to beat. That's exactly right. Maybe I was supposed to mulligan to a hand with Ragavan and Charmaws, but still, a turn 2 so we make a spawn. Hard to beat. I mean, obviously, Consent to Memory beats it, but I only have 4. Again, I could have mulliganed to a hand that has Consent to Memory. Yep, there it is. So we make a spawn. Let's see if they get Cavern of Souls for the full maximum pain, maximum punishment. I wish I had Washington now. It'd be a good threat. Okay, that one goes in the graveyard. Helps my delirium purposes. I don't get that joke. I'm sorry, is that I'm not that deep into the American history. George is as George Washington versus Michael Spawn. Who would Michael Spawn be? Talisman of Impulse. That's fine. That is red mana, but I'm not gonna counter that. So, because yeah, you went to Tipus for name green, so you obviously had a red source already. Mike Otren. Alright. Dinosaur, thank you for the gifted sub. I suspect my opponent is casting another Mega Spawn. Yeah. Alright, on this one, I will actually counter. Because I may find a sorcery or artifact, and then I get Delirium. Not really, because I care about 3/3. Or Charmos? Yeah, I mean, they're not even that good. I mean, I wouldn't mind drawing it. Oh wow, Bazooka Bong. Ooh, that was a mistake then. I should have let my opponent resolve the Soy Mega Spawn and then go counter spell. I didn't think about Bazooka Bong. I wouldn't mind drawing Charmos. Popping out, looking for Consign to Memory. I find it. But alongside our Ragavan. Honestly, my situation is so desperate that nah, actually no. No, Ragavan is even bad in this board state, I believe. Yeah, Ragavan's not even good in this board state. I still Explorer. Ah, wish I had Counterspell up now. Actually, I may want to go Subtlety on that. But it's not looking good at all this game. I don't even know what I need to win this. I even sided out the No Heat, so Disaster Explorer would be really, really bad here. Maybe I should have just not gone iteration. Should we just stay patient, land go? I was looking for maybe getting Charmaw, but then I don't have Consign up. Yeah, really not looking good at all. The back-to-back ice still. Okay, let's get a Steam Vents. I need to draw a way to get Delirium, and then yeah, that never. This game was never close. Neither of the two games was close. Opponent decks designed to really dodge all the hate, Charmal, Blood Moon, Molten Rain. None of it really works. Maybe the power level is a bit lower, but they definitely play around hate very well. Okay, that's a keep. I'm gonna go bubble myself, and then let's see what I find. What would be a card that I'm happy to draw instead of playing Preordain turn one? Maybe Channeler. Yeah, Chandler would be a card I'm willing to not fetch for. Let's go. Bubble. I'll be doing commentary in Antwerp. So Saturday morning. Believe it start at 11:30. The commentary pair is with Martin Juza. Okay, there it is. That's the channeler I wanted. Perfect. I'm bottoming a land, not because I never want to draw lands, just because I don't like to flood. Ooh, Pinnacle Emissary. In the hindsight, it would have been better to hold up Lightning Bolt. RC begins Saturday at 9 a.m. But the commentary starts at round 3. Yeah, Bloodmoon stops colorless mana unless they have talismans and Eldrazi pawn tokens. Okay, my opponent played a lot of things, and they have 2 cards in hand. Um, so here the option is hold up mana for counterspell. But I think I don't like that. I'm just gonna go Channeler, and I have Lightning Bolt to make my Channeler a 33 flyer. When a Mono Red Belcher video soon. Hmm, not in the plans, but if it does well in the RC, I'm definitely playing it. Urza Saga. Okay, very good. Okay. Okay. Let me go Lightning Bolt on Memnite and block a drone. Because this gives me Delirium. Preordain. I think Graveyard. Urza Saga is definitely scary. I can't consider dashing Ragavan here. When I'm trades with Ornithopter, I think I'm okay with it. I don't have Counterspell up, but that usually doesn't matter because they just make a construct. Nola Gold with the raid. Thank you so much. Well, where are you playing, my friend? Metallic Rebuke. Okay, no responses. Attack with Channeler. I already made my land drop, so pass. You kill it with Sultai Living End? In what format? In Modern? Wow. Sultai living in the modern. That's not a deck I'm expected to play against. I think I'm gonna Lightning Bolt another drone. I know it's like super bad because my opponent just has a construct, but I'm looking to surveil as well, digging a bit deeper to find maybe a Murktide Regent, which would be a 7/7 here. Uh, hmm. Maybe I go top on this, but I'm just going for a sink into stupor here. Not really a game winning sequence though. Opponent's gonna go for a double construct, give a haste to one. Eh, maybe. Maybe there's a chance. We'll see. Yeah, good luck. I'm rooting for you, Nola Gold. It's nice to see good players still traveling to Spotlight Series and RCs. There's not that many left. Okay, so here I'm just attacking passing. Okay, I'll let you tutor. Lava Sport Boots and another Saga. That's fine. How much damage is this? I'm dead actually. All right, now I have the meltdowns, the disputes. I'm citing out consent to memories. Probably citing out Washington. Subtleties for sure. Spellsnare also for sure. I guess Washington will stay. Uh, Charmaw can kill Urza Saga. It's not a bad idea. You do keep Washington in. Pretty bad, honestly. Maybe Subtlety is decent at countering the 3/3. Yeah. Let's just do a couple of Charmals. Not good, eh? I'm not happy with this. Or mana killing Urza Saga could be a thing in a long game. I don't like Consign, no. Do we have an Italian phrase of the day? You always come up and ask me that question. It always puts me in the spot. My Italian phrase of the day. Oh, that's the Charmo. I'll think about it. Gonna cut the iterations? Maybe. I could hold up bold for the 3/3, but I'm not going to. I'll just go preordain. Okay, I like one of these. You have the 3/3 again, like I got. Oh, you'll have it. All right. I mean, the thing is that you want me to ask, was it worth it to play preordain? Maybe not. Maybe not. But my opponent has to have exactly the range of Pinnacle Emissary plus two people, because one is just not that good. And by going preordain turn one, accelerate for like I give speed to my deck, I get closer to the good cards and everything. But now the thing is that maybe this game is now unwinnable. So maybe I should have just held up a bolt or a dispute for that reason. Because like what I lose is higher than what I win. Maybe something like that. It's possible. It's possible that that's how you should embrace this game. Well, it's basically a bot. They always do the same plays, and it'll be hard. Also, I can accelerate to find a meltdown as well. Let's go dispute here. I have some legacy videos on my YouTube channel. You can find out. You can check that out if you're interested in more. If this deck can Preordain on turn one, maybe it's not that good. I mean, Preordain has been cut from the blue black deck. Charmo next turn, and unfortunately only in paper. Charmo on Magical Line cost 4 right now. Okay. Let's play Iteration. Hmm. Happy to drop Preordain here, though. Do I want fourth land? Yeah. Because Preordain gets me closer to Meltdown. I think I keep on drawing Preordains. Raga Ban. Not good anymore. Okay, my opponent has the second land. Hmm. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Charmaw. It's not as good at all, but it stops my opponent from going second construct with the thing that gives haste. And I have two Meltdown floating in my deck. I'm gonna go Preordain. At that point, I'll have a look at a lot of cards, looking for those Meltdown. If I don't find them, I don't find them. But I'm definitely giving myself the best chances to do so. Pretty happy with Charmos, honestly. It's also like a dude that blocks. Oh, Danielle, we're just still looking for a game win. I don't think it's coming, but let's see. When attacking with all, if I block like this, I go to 2. I think it's okay. Annoy Heat kills Construct too. That Ragavan can block Memnite. Charmo can block the drone. Depends what they have. They have 3 cards. 3 cards a lot. Okay. Oh, they can play the Pinnacle Emissary. Sure. Oh, yeah, that's a lot of people now. Really asking me to draw that meltdown now. Hmm. Let me see, though. Maybe I don't need to. Well, this island is going to be tapped anyway, so I might as well do so. Alright, I don't want these. I'm looking for meltdown. Yeah, are my dead on board? I can go lightning bolt, unholy heat, block. Wait, I'm actually not dead on board. That's amazing. Right? Because I can go unholy heat, lightning bolt, unholy heat, and I go exactly to 1. Not exactly thrilling, but we're alive. Can't even fetch though, but we're alive. I have to do everything in my turn because they have metallic rebuke. Shadow Spera. Still not dead. Oh yes, I am dead now. Rip. If I held no. Maybe if I held my cards, but that point it doesn't crack bubble and I'm dead to metallic rebuke. So I think this was okay because I had to make the construct a 6/6. All right, looking for that game win. Okay, sounds strong. Love a good old top land. Ooh, Grisello Pisello in the graveyard on turn 1. Very strong. Cycling bubble. Okay. Turn 2 Goryo, the Grizzly is not as good. Turn 3 Grizzly Ephemerate, it is good. Hmm. Now I have to decide whether I want to cast the Memnite or dash it. I think dash it because I want to have treasures so I can deploy things holding up counter spell. Maybe I flip out thoughts is too. Solitude Pitch Faithful Mending. Okay. The third Ragavan will be the one. Psychic Frog. You have 2 cards in hand. Okay, the way I can do this is Flutter Strand, Ragavan Dash, attack. If my opponent blocks in this card, then I will be able to go Lightning Bolt. If they just take, that means I'm connecting with Ragavan. Okay. And if not, I just pass priority, and I'm happy with the trade. And now they have only one card in hand, so they can't defend this frog. So at the end, we trade a 2 for 1. But it still has Goryo in the graveyard, though. Sorry, Grizzlybrand in the graveyard, though, so I think now it's time to... Nice. It's time to hold up the counter spells. The spells is very good here. Spending his pitch to Solitude. What's this? White black? March. Okay, opponent has successfully exiled all of my Ragamans. Don't care. I'm gonna hold up counterspell for their threat, not their answer. I'll find more threats. 3 Ragavan in the exile zone. It's funny. Oof. Oh, mamma mia. This card's so good. It pains me to see it. It pains me to see it. Hmm. Iteration. Okay. I'll draw Washington, but I can't play it in a response to Delta because I need to have counterspell up for the Riddler. You wanted to spell snare the Ragavan, sorry, the March, but then I can't go. I can go counterspell on Goryo because I'm tapped out. Yeah, I have to snare this. When it has the 5th land, they'll play the Riddler and draw 2 more cards. They don't have Annually Heat yet. They have to dig for Annually Heat now. Classic counter spells arriving once the threat is already in play. Bottom everything. The more preordain. Need to find Annually Heat. It's not that like we don't need to find Annually Heat now because the card now shouldn't be able to draw 2. back at being dead to Gore's Vengeance. Opponent has in hand Polluted Delta that I know of, and the mystery card. Gonna surveil end of turn, looking for a null heat to kill this Riddler. Found it. Gonna pass now. Opponent is going to fetch, and we can finally play Washington, draw a card first. Wow, they don't fetch. Alright, upkeep, annual heat the Quantum Riddler. To go Ephemerate, we go counter spell. Okay. Yeah, them not fetching is weird. Okay, they fetch now. They can play Washington. Act equals 0 because I need to hold up counter spell. Okay, draw a card. Let's go. Breeding Pool untapped. Oh, wow. Yo, Traxa? Okay. One card in its Polluted Delta. Alright, let's go DRC Iteration. I'm looking for a counter spell. Or a spell's Nair. Subtlety is not good. Okay. Hand, bottom, exile. Fetch Island, play Preordain. Gotta fetch first when you want to play Preordain. Graveyard. Graveyard. What about Consign to Memory? Maybe it's better than a random card. Yeah, put in place Blue to Delta. They can't crack it because of the Washington Owl. Draw. Land is bad, but okay. Do I want to play it? Why not? I'm not gonna crack it though, because I do have Creamy Shirts Bubble in my deck. Fateful Mending. It resolves. I need to hold spells in there for Frog or Goryo. They discarded Faithful Mending Marsh Flats. Yeah, they should have kept the Polluted Delta in hand for sure. Vigor's Vengeance. Spells narrative. No cards in hand. Surveil 1. Counter spell. Very nice. Okay. Unfortunately, you're gonna be able to gain a lot of life with those Faithful Mending. Definitely buying you a lot of time. Wish that was Faithless Looting instead. No, just woke up at 6 a.m. So I went early. I went stream early today. We've been live for 50 minutes. Haven't won a game also. So we're just still on the hunt for winning a game. My opponent just milled too, though. That was a bad time for Faithful Mending. They should have drawn a card. Also, they should have just not played Polluted Delta. Yeah, this is fine. You discarded 2 lands, so you remain with a card in hand. Okay, Brooding is probably the last one. Murktide Regent. Do I like it? I don't think so. I think I'm only looking for more counter spells. This is good. It's good against I don't know what's good against, but anyway, the reason why I've only played 2 Washington is that it's legendary. I've seen lists with more than 2, but definitely a 2 up to me. Not more. And granted, you could cast the second one for a lot more, but I'd rather take Subtlety in my hand. Another Atraxa. The Grand Unifier. Sorry for this low roll, I'm just thinking. I think I'm gonna go Subtlety Pitch. Alright, we finally won a game. Took 50 minutes, but we won a game. Bring a couple of Ghost Vacuums. And 3 Disputes. Let's side out 2 Consent to Memory. A Lightning Bolts. Alright, good end. Okay, Island Go. So I guess I'm expecting a Psychic Frog. I think I'm going Channeler. I want to speed run Delirium. So cleaning the top was not bad. Stern Scolding not good. Stern Scolding. For Solitude and Psychic Frog, you're saying. Maybe. Maybe it's not bad. 3 lands in a row were in my deck. Okay. Oh wow, they don't have a Psychic Frog. Oh, basta terra. Ma che cazzo è? What's all this land? Porca puttana. Okay. I think I'll hold up Counterspell. I don't think opponent has white mana, so I don't mind them drawing that Fateful Mending. They multi 6, maybe they just had a bad end. Yeah, exactly. They don't have colors. You could do a little bit of a lantern control with Bubble plus Ragavan. The opponent is actually unable to cast any spells at the moment. So I think I'm happy to dash Ragavan and deal a bunch of damage. If they want to Solitude, I'm okay with it. Ragavan hits Goryo. Let's see if they're able to draw land. They drew a land, but it's a green one, so they still don't have white mana. They're still unable to cast any spell, it seems. Okay. Stealing few damage. Traxa. I'm gonna go Thundering Falls. Traxa would have been castable next turn though. I'll leave that on top. Start on a random card. And it doesn't give me Delirium anyway, so might as well just leave that on top. If I have to play it instant now, though, I can bin that. Our opponent draws a Flood Strand, so they're now able to cast their spells. Unfortunately, I will add. They still don't cast anything, though. Planes. Mm-hmm. Let's see if they cast any spells. Nothing. Okay. Ephemerate. Hmm. Alright, opponent will play this Fateful Mending, which brings me to question, should I counter this? I think I will. They have Attracting End and most likely Goring End. This thing also gains them 2 life. I'm now unable to play both Counterspell and Subtlety though. Okay, they go Force of Negation. Okay, let me Surveil now. Counterspell on top. Counterspell on top. Now, I want to counterspell this. Opponent is able to go Flashback plus Goryo. But then they don't have mana floating for Ephemerate. So I think it's a good counterspell. Top. Oh wow, nice. They just pass. Perfect. That means I'm drawing the counterspell. Again, it's turn 7. My DRC is not delirious yet, with Artifact in the graveyard. Okay, looks like they're flashing back Mending post combat. Okay, they discard a Traxa and Solitude. Oh, sure, sure. Okay. Let's keep on stealing with the Ragavan. Oh wow, opponent had a Riddler on top. They had to bin it, otherwise I would steal it with Ragavan. Psychic Frog. Very good. I'd love to play Frog in blue-red. If they go Goryo, we go Counterspell. They go Dispute. I'll go Pay. They have two cards. They can have more disputes, I guess. All right, nice. I think I've got lethal next turn. Let's see what they do this turn. Okay. Yeah, I've got lethal. And even a subtlety for the solitude. See what they do. Is that ephemerate? Yeah. All right. I gotta win. Take a bathroom break and come back for round number 4. I do like the name though. Best leaves. All right. We're finally on the play, but our hand is not great. But it has 4 spells and 3 lands, so I'm required to keep. Yeah, I'm gonna play Badger Mole in Yawgmoth after this league. I think I'll go Sparbluff Canal Go. Really needed some creatures to start the aggression. Okay, Bloodstained Mire Thundering Falls. What the heck is that? Very good. Yeah. That's very, very good. I think I'll go for a Annual Heat. Hoping my opponent doesn't have a mutagenic growth. If they do, I can still kill again, so it's not that bad. Bad. Okay. But yeah, this card is gonna make it very, very hard for me. I wish Subtlety was Force of Negation. I would have just snap forced this. Yeah, I mean, all of this like spot removals are just so bad in the face of Corey. Okay, no Washington, unfortunately. Would have drawn a card there. DRC. Okay. Can go ahead and kill the 2. And then play Murktide. And hope it carries. Okay, they do have mutagenic growth. Uh, do this again. So another one I can. Okay, good. Next I can go bold, Murktide, very large. Murktide, very large. Yeah. Uh, I guess I can fetch Surveil because I find an instant that's bad. I can bin that. Not great. That's probably not that bad either. So put on a 3/3 that draws a card. Okay, I guess. Okay. So this Murktide is now a 7/7. So it's not quite lethal yet. I think opponent made a big misclick. Sorry, not sorry, I guess. But it was a very big misclick. I just completely skipped their turn. Luffy's, thank you for the 23-month sub. Now, yesterday we were talking about how, new players, stuff like that, just clicking six is really bad as a new player. I don't know if opponent is a new player, but just if you don't click six, you don't skip your turn. Clicking six on magical line, very high skill play. Yeah, Blink is definitely a bad matchup for any mid-range deck. I don't know if I would have been able to win this game without that misclick. I guess we'll never know. Sideboard time. I don't actually have anything in the sideboard. I don't actually have anything in the sideboard. Do I want Stern Scolding? I mean, it does counter 12 cards. It's not great, though. I want to bring him Meltdown. 3 mana to spot removal a Corey. Doesn't seem great. Magical Line seems to be broken now. Wait, is it my computer that is broken? What's going on? I can't click on anything anymore. But I see my camera moving on Streamlabs. That's so weird. Magical Line stopped working. No, it was weird. The mouse was just didn't work. I had to do, Control Alt Canch and stop the magical line and restart it. But I could see my face moving. Is touring nice in March? Thinking of adding an holiday to the RC weekend. I don't know. I'm from the center south of Italy, so that's very, very different than the north of Italy. I don't want to say anything bad about Turin, but I'd say not my destination for a holiday if I had to choose a place. But it's still probably better than most of places in the world, so that's okay, I guess. All right, we're back for game two against UR Prowess. That's a keep for me. Did I make this list? Well, not really. This is the kind of like the same list that's been going on forever. Just added to one Tong, Washington. Okay, Bloodstained Mire pass. Demo to 6. Uh, yeah, I mean, I don't have an answer to Quarry, so might as well tap out. Looking for creatures. Bottom both. Looking for creatures. Subtlety hasn't been very good, I have to say. Hmm. Maybe, maybe it should just be Force of Negation. Oh my god, no Chorus to Cutter. Easy win. Easy win. Yeah, that deck power level heavily depends on Corey Steel Cutter. Whenever they don't have that card, it's a lot worse. To choose what to do, I'll think I'll go for Lightning Bolt. This way it doesn't get stopped by mutagenic growth. Oh no, they heard me. They heard me saying they need Core Steel Cutter to win. Should have been silent. Shouldn't have said anything. Murktide. Not Murktide. Should I go iteration? I don't think so. Really not looking for very much at the moment. If I go iteration, what am I looking for? What are the top three cards I want to cast? I don't know. I think I want to wait a bit. Play iteration. Especially since I wanted to play this canal. If I go like land from iteration, then canal is tapped. Okay. Let's do it now. If I find a land now, I'm okay with it. If I don't find a land, I still hold up Snare or Scolded. Yeah. So Pierce, I got. I think top land's okay. Oh, they bolt me to make a token. Nice. Mm. Swifty. Let's see if they have a second creature. Maybe they have a Lava Dart. What can their hand be? They certainly play something. Yeah. Another bolt. Okay. Yeah, man. Imagine their game without Corey. They can never win without Corey this game. Okay, I'm at 9 already. Ugh, not good. Hand bottom exile. Let's play Ragavan. They have one card in hand. It's a land, I think. see how they attack here, because if they attack with both, I think I'm taking it. Yeah, let's take it. Do I want to go on Nully Heat now? I guess I don't have a stop in block phase. I really should have. All right, let's go on Nully Heat now. Ragavan connects. Maybe. I don't think they have any instant or they would have played it last turn. I think I risked by going Unholy Heat on the 2-2. I should have gone Unholy Heat on the 1-1. I need spells. Come on, Ragavan, be nice. Pick a spell. It did take a spell. Nice. Very good. Nice, nice, nice. Ragavan. Graveyard. Let's play Monastery Swift Spear. Pass. Holding up a bunch of cards. None of them particularly good. Dragon's Rage Channeler. Oh, let's go Subtlety. I get punished by Expressive Iteration, but I would have needed. They can't really have Iteration, can they? Washington in all decks? I mean, the Tempo decks, sure. Also, new card. We must play it. The other new card I'm gonna play later is the Badge. I don't know the name. The 2/2 that makes a land into a 1/1. That adds one more mana. Badger Mole Cub. Yeah, I need to get the right names, especially for the commentary tomorrow. Well, the day after tomorrow. Okay. All right. 2-2. Start at 0-2. You think I should call it Washington? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be friendly. And I'll say stuff like that. I don't know if you watched the Liverpool commentary, but it was definitely full of memes like that one. I'll probably call it Ragaban as well. Why not? Well, speaking of Ragaban, we got a land and Ragaban. Let's go. Although I don't think we'll see any Ren and ticks. Okay, Forest Utopia Sprawl. That's the Eldrazi ramp that crushed me round 1. Here, though, it looks a bit better because I'm on the play with Ragavan. Although, just like that game, I never drew a second land. Let's see if it happens now. It does. Nice. Uh, I don't think I want counter spell. I want to actually fill my graveyard quickly for Murktide Regent. I think I like Lightning Bolt as well. Spellsnare counters Talisman and Rumble. Could have hold that up. Yeah, would have been good there. Hmm. Kozilek's return. I pass. Hmm. Maybe do go Ragavan. Just 2 damage. Yeah, 2 damage are relevant. I don't know what I'll do with this treasure, but 2 damage are relevant. So we make a spawn. Okay, I guess I can go Murktide Regent. It's just a 5/5 though. I think I'm gonna go Washington. Draws a card. Okay, they get Eldrazi Temple. I draw a card with a counter. Monthly Heat's terrible. Worst card in the matchup. Okay. Uh, I think I want to wait on Murktide. Because if I Murktide now after playing a Lightning Bolt, it's just. Oh no, I guess it's a 6/6, so it dodges. Alright. Then I think it's a good play. I guess I can go Bolt Face. Yeah. Let's go Bolt Face, Murktide Regent. And now, of course, my opponent plays anything nasty, I lose. If not, opponent's at 11. I have 8 power. You know, I do have a plan at least. Looks like my opponent's just returning the Devour of Destiny and simply casting it on my Murktide. What happened? We completed Magic with the Carnies. It stopped. Things end. Hey, they decided to flash back Kozak's return. Not playing RC. I'll be doing commentary starting Saturday at 11 p.m. Sorry, 11 a.m. They reveal Saracen Death. Alright, I can concede now. Pause sideboard. We have lots of tools for this matchup. Previous game, round one was not enough. Round one was not enough. Is Murktide better than Washington? Probably. Washington draws a card. I'm hosting a new podcast? No. Podcast, it's a very non-remunerative way to make content. You don't have any ads. You have to have a community with a Patreon to monetize it. Very difficult. During COVID, I like to do it because it was a way to, I guess connect with my friends. But now it just Um, yeah, I don't. How to say? I prefer other ways to make content than the podcast. Yeah, exactly. Washington dies to removal. If your opponent fetches, you play this, they push it, you don't draw a card. Yeah, exactly. Just all the troubles definitely take. I just have to take something off, and the podcast was the thing that left. Okay, keep. This is very good. Very, very good. I think I'll win this game. I think I'll win this game. His hand is all I need. I mean, I already know this matchup is terrible, but if I lose with this hand, it's like an actual unwinnable. Love to draw Charmaz as well. Oh, wow. Yeah. Very hard to lose this one, but we'll see. We'll see. Always possible to lose. Actually, I want to bin this Charmo. I already have one, and this helps me Delirium. Bubble myself. Uh, Three Charmos in a row. I guess I'll draw the second one. Do I want to? Cost 5 mana. I think I don't want to draw a second one. Pass. Nice. Perfect. Just banger after banger. But with a very strong start as well. So we make a spawn. I can go ahead and replicate this. Do I want to draw Channeler? Probably not. And passing. Wow, Strike Serenade in your deck? Man, why? You don't need it. Against me? You don't need it. Okay. I can now go triple consign. It's funny because if I didn't draw so well, I would have I would have probably lost. My opponent had the stone nuts, but thankfully I had also the nuts, but on the play. Now I can go Charmaw, blow up a land. Which land do I want to blow up? The green one? Oh, I can't. The Ugin's Labyrinth. It was actually important to bin that second Charmaw, or I wouldn't have drawn that second consign. Probably would still won this game, but yeah. Okay, so we after being crushed multiple times in this matchup, we now know what to do in order to win. So I guess If I open the same hand I opened in round one, which was 4 lands, 2 counterspell, and a subtlety, I'm gonna mulligan. I kept that hand, but that hand had like 0% chance of winning. Just actual 0% chance of winning. Okay, let's go game three. Final game of this league. What do I want to do? I think Subtlety is actually a terrible card that I don't want. Might as well just have Murktide. Go with this. Very good end. Let's go. I say very good end, but it's just a medium hand, actually. The very good hand was the previous one. This is just a fine hand. Nothing more than fine. I guess it's a very good hand for Blue Red Murktide. Any opponent with a strong start. Yeah, I just have to do this. Yeah, left on top shifting woodland. That meant they don't have lands, I guess. It's good news. Very good news. I drew a sent to memory, and my opponent doesn't do very much. I think I'll draw a counter spell. I could have also been like do nothing and hold up consign for Soimico Spawn kicked. But if they do Soimico Spawn, I'm gonna consign the tutoring a land and leave them with a 3/3. Oh wow, they just pass? Amazing. 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 I could go Channeler. I think it makes sense. I'm gonna go Channeler. I'll take more damage. I really don't care about damage here. I'll go Channeler Preordain. Holding up Consign. Looking for an instant or a creature to find Delirium. Okay, thank you, Washington. Okay, very strong cards. Leave them both on top. Okay, I feel it. The 0-2-3-2 for the classic Murktide bracket. Fetch land. Alright. If I didn't play a second Channeler, I wouldn't have had Delirium. Defend red mana. So make a spawn. I'm gonna consign the tutoring a land. I'll hold the bolt on top. Because it's nice to short him up on a clock. Here I could just go land attack pass. My hand's stacked. We worked hard to get this hand. Surveilling every single one of these cards. At this point, I don't think they can do very much about this. Yeah, they actually do nothing. Guess I'm gonna go bolt end of turn for the win. Yeah, they said it not colorless lands. Do not lose to Charmaw. Then they just don't close lands the cast close of command. Alright, 3-2. I'll call it a success for Blue Red Merc. Washington has drawn a couple of cards. Still not a card that brings the archetype back, but you know, definitely a new addition. Maybe I would honestly just cut Subtlety for first negations if I had to play this league again. Yeah, everything else was alright. If you watch this on YouTube, thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel to see more.